As we told you at 5 o'clock, President Obama addressed the nation today on the 100th day in his second term. From Homeland Security to international hotspots, he covered a number of subjects in his speech. But when the president was asked about sequester, it opened up the long-standing argument between Republicans in Congress and the White House about spending and taxing and who has the best plan. 24-hour News 8's political reporter Rick Albin looks at the latest political fallout.
Susan, the president says there needs to be an agreement on taxing and spending, and at least one Republican congressman from West Michigan says it's time to cut the fat. The president fielded questions from the media and didn't hold back when asked about sequestration and the problem in Washington.
It comes to no surprise now to the American people, but even members of Congress themselves, that right now things are pretty dysfunctional up on Capitol Hill.
The question about last week's fight about air traffic delays blamed on the sequester. A plan to move other funds was found to solve the short-term problem, but he said it is no solution and will lead to long-term delays for years to come.
It is true that the sequester is in place right now. It's damaging our economy, it's hurting our people, and we need to lift it. What's clear is that the only way we're going to lift it is if we do a bigger deal that meets the test of lowering our deficit and growing our economy at the same time.
What's going to be happening?
Closer to home, Congressman Bill Huizenga was having a town hall in Wyoming. He told us that a grand bargain is not likely.
I don't see a grand bargain when the president's definition of a grand bargain is to increase taxes even further. The president got his tax increase. It's now time to start constraining our spending and figuring out how we really get rid of this waste, fraud, and abuse.
Huizenga, like many Republicans, thinks the answer lies in more responsible spending, not more taxes. The president says that a balanced approach to tax reform, more revenue, and some spending cuts is the only way to approach the budget impasse. There are two realities that are not going to change, at least short term. The sequester is in place. It would literally take an act of Congress to change it. That isn't in the cards. The president is not likely to capitulate to a cuts-only approach, and Washington seems on a fast track to more gridlock. Susan?